One by one the stories flow, secrets of success they'll share, strategies beyond compare, extraordinary journeys told, woven in the words of gold. Listen close and you might find inspiration for your mind. Welcome to the
future is by sharing the knowledge which I already have at this time. That could help so many, and so many people would resonate with this. Why? Because we are not going to stop here. We are going to have a mentorship program where we are able to follow each and everyone. We are going to follow our journey. We are going to see where we have made mistakes and where we have gone right. And you tell us where you are doing the same, so that we can compare and you learn from us, and we will also learn from you, so that we can share this information to other people. We are going to make one big community where the value is our motive. That the value will be our key value, number one. Therefore, when we talk about this, we are saying, when you encourage value creation, any company which does that, it encourages experimentation, it encourages people to become more innovative and thinking creatively. People start thinking creatively, and people start experimenting, trying new ideas, which ultimately disrupts the normal ways on how companies work, so that we can move to the better ways of work and shift in motor industry, especially from the mechanic side of things, because there is a gap there. It is not true, and it is not true anymore, because now the cars are becoming more and more complicated. If we do not encourage our mechanics, if we do not encourage the people who are repairing our cars each and every day, if we do not encourage and let people know that this is also a good thing for people to do, that is the only time that we are going to reduce. We are going to reduce the wastage. There is a lot of money which normally get lost through repairs. And when I talk about repairs, I'm talking about repetitive repairs, and I'm talking about errors. See, someone would leave something open, and so many other things would break after that, and the engine will seize because someone did not put coolant, he did not put oil in it. But is this person trained? Okay, let us say this person is trained. What happened? Why are they getting disrupted? Why are mechanics not able to concentrate and able to see things and work and be treated as other members of the society? And therefore, the only way we could do this is to bring this kind of discussions, so that we are able to talk and to let people know that the vehicles of today are more complicated now, and we need to assist the younger people who are also becoming mechanics, so that they can come and train. And when you train, make sure you train in a proper place, so that you can get all the integrities of the training. When I did my apprenticeship with Daimler Chrysler, I learned so many things, and I was so happy that with this kind of companies, they are being global leaders in many things. They are very clear on what they want to teach you. They want to develop your mind to have a capacity to do diagnosis and repair that truck, or repair that vehicle, or that machine, or that problem that you have.
So Robert, how are you?
Yes, sir. Very good, man. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again, man. And thank you for coming to see me again.
Yes.
I actually love when guests come. Sometimes I would go and also see friends who are in different locations. And we talk about the issues which are affecting the society.
Yes, which is really important.
Yes.
It is good to
Yeah. Yeah. So what have you been up to actually?
Today is on a weekend.
Yeah.
So I don't get to work on weekends. I get to be with my family.
Yeah.
And so that's why just to be
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. Very thank you.
Yeah.
And remember, next time you bring your kids.
Your kids, I'll come with my
I'm
boys.
actually very, very interested with the kids because we want to get the right information in their head
Yes.
as early as now. Because if that chance slips off,
Yes.
we might never recover from that damage.
And the thing is that nowadays most families
Yes.
they go to work too much.
Mhm.
They forget that they have a family to raise, especially
Yes.
the kids. We have to build them a good future,
Yeah.
not only by making the money,
Yes.
or maybe by providing for
the
them.
basic needs.
But
yeah.
the thing is that we have to be there to give them knowledge,
Yes.
to teach them
To teach them.
the virtues of life,
Yeah.
and be a role model.
Yes.
So we have to be there most of the time. We have to create time to be there, especially on weekends or
On
in the
weekends.
evenings when we are home.
It's normally very controversial when you find that that is a thinking which is normally not in everyone's mind, and some people would not resonate with that for reasons which is very strange, because I think this would be the best for every child
It is.
to spend time with their parents
Mhm.
and not to have any other issue which is following.
Yeah, because look at it this way.
Yeah.
Most kids are in school, probably, I'll say, they'll be in school around
Yeah.
2, 3 p.m.
Mhm.
So the only time that we get as parents or
Yes.
as siblings
Yeah.
to be with them, it's only those few hours before they go to bed,
Yes.
and maybe over the weekend only.
Mhm.
So you can see that most of the time these kids are there with other people,
Yes.
teachers, friends,
Yeah.
or students.
Yes.
So they don't get to have that. We
interaction.
don't get to create that bond with
Yes.
them.
So they
And
know
it's
most.
yeah.
Yeah. So most of the things that they would possibly know is what they have learned from other children
True.
who are also not spending time with their parents.
With their parents, yeah.
So it becomes complicated.
Yeah. And you don't even get to notice the changes in your kids.
Yes.
Because you're not there.
You're not there.
Yes.
You don't know how they are growing. You don't know how they are forming to become. And any person who would hinder that, from happening, from any person's perspective, is an enemy of progress. What do you reckon?
I believe so.
Yes,
I believe
yes,
so.
yes.
And we should come in as probably I believe that we should come in as a community and address this issue because it's very important.
Yeah.
And I mean, get to educate our families that it is important for them to be with their kids and maybe to have that kind of bond with
Yes.
them. Yeah.
And build that unity.
Trust
then.
and trust again, trust, because
Yeah.
the kids won't even they need to trust you.
Yeah.
The only way they can give you a trust is when you are there with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I want us to talk about the effects of COVID-19 since
Did you get COVID, by the way, when
Yeah,
when it was up?
for me I had COVID. I think the first time I had COVID I was on my way to work. I was
Yes.
flying,
Mhm.
and I ended up staying in a hotel for about 1 week.
Yes.
And I was working in the regional area.
Okay. Okay.
The thing is that the staff at the hotel actually were a bit scared.
Yes.
So they were bringing, they used to bring in towels, tea bags, because I used to ask for more tea all the time.
Yeah.
And they would just leave it at the door. They would just knock the door. Yeah. So
that,
it was,
that was bad, eh? That was bad experience, eh?
it was a very bad experience because they never understood.
That you're still human.
That human, yeah, that human
That
aspect
human aspect was lost.
disappeared.
Disappeared.
And I really felt it.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I stayed in the because I used to work on site.
Uh-huh.
I stayed at the camp for 2 weeks without coming outside. I had in a small 10 by 10. It was terrible. That was the worst experience I had in my own personal life.
It is because you it's like you're being secluded from people,
Yes.
Yeah. it's a very bad experience because you don't get to talk to anyone. You know, it's never an easy thing to go through.
It was never
Yeah.
an easy thing. That was the worst thing which happened.
Yes.
And I still feel like the COVID is still there.
It is there at the
Yeah.
moment, but
Yeah.
it's mild.
Mild, yeah.
And I think people are getting used to it. And probably after people had these vaccinations or boosters,
yeah.
I think that lessened the impact of COVID in them.
In them.
Yes.
Okay.
I probably believe that could have been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so and what have you done personally? What changes have you made since COVID hit you? Because I know there was a very big issue in regards to families.
Yes.
People were selling stuff because it became a financial crisis as well because people don't go to work.
Yes. And you know,
And even traveling.
yeah, even traveling.
Yeah.
After they restricted the traveling, there are people who earn money through traveling. There are people who travel from point A to point B to go and work for money. Therefore, by default, that money wasn't there. So the next thing they could do is only to sell what they had, and that brought the economic disasters in many families. Most of them ended up breaking up.
Yes.
You know.
So Robert, I noticed. I know you are a mechanic.
Yes, I'm a mechanic by profession. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Is that something you studied here or overseas, or did you end up or through experience?
to be honest, I feel like this. We have already talked about the small things that you.
So okay. So that brings me to the point of savings.
Yes.
We've seen that COVID actually just came just that way without even a warning.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people got off guard. People who didn't have savings and they've lost jobs actually were really struggling.
Yes.
They had to either depend on the government.
Handouts, yeah.
Yeah, which was not even much.
Yes.
So, what do you think about savings now? What is your perspective after that?
I think so many things have changed.
Yeah.
With the COVID, I think the COVID, we need to pay school fees to the COVID because it came to teach us things that we could never have ever learned if COVID never was here. Like, we say this. Sometimes when we get into problems or when we have issues, let us look at these issues as lessons, variable lessons that will make us become what we want. And this thing people normally ignore a lot. But COVID itself, with the vigor and the destruction that came with it, it also came with valuable lessons that we need all to learn. And one of them is what you are just asking about the savings. If you want to secure your future, make sure you always save something. Save something. Don't spend all the money, don't get paid and then you drink all the money or you buy unnecessary stuff. Keep some money on the side for the bad day.
True.
It is very, very important. And now people have understood that you can easily lose a job if you don't get vaccinated.
Yes.
We saw that clearly. You can easily get arrested if you violated the law.
Yes.
What are you gonna eat if you didn't have any any savings? What are you gonna eat?
Yes.
Future's bright. One by one we'll touch the sky.